Have you ever noticed how some people don't need to be the loudest person in the room to be the strongest and most successful? They don't constantly seek attention because they know their value doesn't depend on other people's opinions. They don't feel the need to prove themselves every single day to everyone around them. Instead, they move quietly, patiently, and steadily through life while others rush from one thing to another. Yet somehow, years later, they are often the ones standing at the top of the mountain. They are the ones who achieve their goals while others are still searching for direction. They are the ones who build lasting success instead of temporary victories. If you've ever met someone like that, chances are you've encountered a Taurus. While many zodiac signs are known for speed, charisma, or bold personalities, Taurus possesses a different kind of strength. It is not flashy, dramatic, or designed to attract constant attention from others. Instead, it operates quietly beneath the surface while growing stronger every single day. This is one of the reasons Taurus is often called the silent powerhouse of the zodiac. The truth is that many people underestimate Taurus when they first meet them. They see their calm nature and mistakenly assume it is a sign of weakness. They see their patience and believe they lack ambition or competitive drive. They see their quiet confidence and assume they can easily outperform them. But those assumptions rarely survive once Taurus begins revealing their true capabilities, because Taurus possesses a secret weapon that many people fail to recognize. They understand something that most people completely overlook in life. Taurus knows how to last when everyone else burns out and gives up. In a world obsessed with speed and instant gratification, Taurus masters endurance. And in the long run, endurance often proves more valuable than raw speed. Today, we are diving deep into the fascinating world of Taurus and their hidden strengths. By the end of this journey, you'll understand why Taurus secretly outlasts almost everyone. Taurus is ruled by Venus, the planet associated with beauty, comfort, value, and abundance. This influence gives Taurus a deep appreciation for quality and meaningful experiences. They enjoy comfort and often create peaceful environments wherever they go. They appreciate quality rather than chasing things simply because they are popular. They value stability in their relationships, finances, and long-term future. Security is not just a desire for Taurus, but an important life priority. At first glance, this may not seem like a recipe for extraordinary success, but in reality, it creates one of the strongest foundations imaginable. Taurus understands the importance of building something solid and lasting. While many people chase shortcuts, Taurus focuses on permanence and reliability. While others search for quick wins, Taurus builds something that will endure. This long-term mindset completely changes the way they approach life. Imagine two people planting trees with very different goals in mind. One person wants immediate results and chooses something that grows quickly. But that fast-growing plant may not survive for very long. The second person chooses a slower-growing tree that takes years to mature. However, that tree eventually becomes stronger and lasts for decades. Taurus is almost always the second person in that story. They understand that the strongest things in life take time to grow. One of the most misunderstood qualities of Taurus is their patience. Many people mistakenly view patience as weakness or passivity. Taurus sees patience as one of the greatest forms of strength. They understand that rushing often leads to mistakes and poor decisions. They know that meaningful achievements require effort, consistency, and time. While others become frustrated by slow progress, Taurus remains focused. They do not need immediate rewards to stay motivated. They do not require constant praise or validation from other people. They simply keep moving forward regardless of how long success takes. Day after day, they continue showing up and doing the work. Week after week, they maintain their commitment and discipline. Month after month, they continue improving little by little. Year after year, they continue building toward their goals. This consistency eventually becomes their greatest competitive advantage. Most people start strong, but struggle to maintain momentum. Taurus may start slowly, but they almost always finish strong. And that difference often changes the final outcome completely. One reason Taurus secretly outlasts everyone is because they are incredibly reliable. If a Taurus makes a promise, they usually take that promise seriously. If they commit to a goal, they remain committed even when things become difficult. If they begin a project, they genuinely want to see it completed. This reliability makes Taurus one of the most dependable signs in astrology. People know they can count on Taurus when it truly matters. Employers often trust Taurus because they are consistent and responsible. Friends trust Taurus because they are loyal and dependable. Family members trust Taurus because they follow through on commitments. Trust is one of the most valuable currencies a person can possess. The world rewards people who can be counted on during difficult times. Taurus seems to understand this truth naturally and instinctively. Another fascinating thing about Taurus is their relationship with hard work. Taurus is usually not interested in flashy displays of success. They don't necessarily need everyone to see how hard they are working. They don't require applause or recognition every step of the way. In fact, many Taurus individuals prefer working quietly behind the scenes. While others are talking about their plans, Taurus is already taking action. While others announce goals, Taurus is steadily making progress. This creates a powerful effect that often surprises people later. When success finally arrives, it appears sudden to outside observers. People often look at Taurus and assume they simply got lucky. What they fail to see are the years of discipline behind that success. They don't see the sacrifices, patience, and persistence required to get there. Luck usually plays a very small role in Taurus achievements. More often than not, Taurus earns every bit of their success. Another reason Taurus outlasts so many people is their emotional stability. Life is filled with ups, downs, victories, losses, and unexpected challenges. Many people allow these emotional highs and lows to control their decisions. Taurus tends to remain grounded even during uncertain situations. This doesn't mean they don't experience emotions like everyone else. They absolutely feel joy, sadness, excitement, and disappointment. But they rarely make major decisions based solely on temporary feelings. They think long-term and consider the consequences of their actions. They stay focused on what truly matters instead of reacting impulsively. This emotional steadiness allows them to keep moving forward consistently. Even when life becomes difficult, Taurus refuses to lose their direction. Their resilience becomes one of their most valuable strengths over time. Because while others may quit when things become challenging, Taurus remains committed. Their steady determination keeps them moving toward success no matter what. One thing people often underestimate about Taurus is the incredible strength hidden beneath their calm exterior. Because Taurus is usually peaceful and composed, some people assume they are easy to influence. Nothing could be further from the truth once Taurus fully commits to something important. A relaxed Taurus may appear flexible, but a determined Taurus is nearly impossible to stop. Once Taurus decides on a goal, changing their mind becomes extremely difficult. Their famous stubbornness is often misunderstood by people who don't know them well. While stubbornness can occasionally create challenges, it is also one of their greatest strengths. That same stubbornness becomes persistence when Taurus is pursuing something meaningful. When others begin doubting themselves, Taurus often continues moving forward. When others become discouraged by setbacks, Taurus remains focused. When others abandon their dreams halfway through the journey, Taurus continues building theirs. This persistence allows Taurus to survive challenges that would break many people. It helps them stay committed even when success seems distant. Over time, their consistency begins producing results that others never expected. And eventually, all those years of effort and patience begin to pay off. One of Taurus's greatest gifts is their ability to remain calm during chaos. Imagine a powerful storm at sea with waves crashing from every direction. The winds are howling loudly and everything around you feels unstable. Many people would panic when faced with such overwhelming circumstances. Many people would lose focus and begin making emotional decisions. Many people would allow fear to control their actions and judgment. Taurus, however, often becomes the anchor during situations like these. They remain grounded when others are overwhelmed by emotion. They stay practical when others become distracted by fear. They focus on solutions rather than dwelling on problems. This calm energy makes Taurus incredibly valuable during difficult situations. Friends, family, and colleagues often look to Taurus when stability is needed. Taurus provides something increasingly rare in today's fast-paced world. That rare quality is consistency, reliability, and emotional balance. In relationships, Taurus is equally impressive and deeply committed. They are not usually interested in temporary connections or superficial bonds. Taurus wants loyalty, trust, and genuine emotional security. They value sincerity far more than excitement that quickly fades away. When Taurus genuinely cares about someone, they invest deeply in that connection. They do not give their trust easily, but when they do, it is meaningful. Their love tends to be steady rather than dramatic or unpredictable. Their loyalty tends to be unwavering rather than dependent on circumstances. Their commitment often lasts long after others have chosen to walk away. This is another reason Taurus frequently outlasts everyone around them. They do not abandon important things simply because they become difficult. Not relationships that matter deeply to them. Not goals they have spent years working toward. Not responsibilities they have willingly accepted. And certainly not dreams that still live within their hearts. Taurus understands the true value of commitment better than most people. Another fascinating aspect of Taurus is their strong connection to abundance and security. Because Taurus is ruled by Venus, they naturally appreciate quality and comfort. They often have a strong desire to create stability in every area of life. This does not necessarily mean every Taurus becomes wealthy overnight, but it does mean they understand the importance of building a secure future. They tend to be excellent at managing resources and planning ahead. They prefer sustainable growth over reckless decisions and unnecessary risks. Taurus understands that wealth is usually built slowly rather than instantly. They know that lasting success rarely comes from shortcuts or quick fixes. Instead, it comes from discipline, patience, and smart long-term decisions. This mindset frequently guides Taurus toward financial stability and prosperity. While others chase temporary trends, Taurus focuses on long-term value. While others gamble on risky opportunities, Taurus carefully builds strong foundations. While others search endlessly for shortcuts, Taurus creates systems that continue working. Once again, their patience becomes one of their greatest advantages. One reason Taurus is so powerful is because they rarely compare themselves to others. Many people waste enormous amounts of energy worrying about someone else's success. Taurus tends to avoid this trap and focus on their own journey. They understand that life is not a race against everyone else. It is a personal journey filled with growth and self-improvement. They know comparing their Chapter 2 to someone else's Chapter 20 is unfair. Instead of competing with everyone around them, Taurus competes with themselves. Their focus remains on becoming better than they were yesterday. This mindset leads to continuous growth without unnecessary stress. It allows them to stay focused on progress rather than distractions. Perhaps the greatest lesson Taurus teaches us is the power of consistency. Motivation may come and go depending on circumstances and emotions. Excitement may come and go depending on opportunities and experiences. Energy may come and go as life presents different challenges. But consistency continues long after motivation has disappeared. Taurus understands this principle better than almost anyone else. They know that small actions repeated consistently create extraordinary results. A single workout changes very little in the grand scheme of things. Years of workouts can completely transform a person's body and health. A single dollar saved may seem insignificant in the moment. Years of saving and investing can create financial freedom and security. A single effort may not appear life-changing at first, but years of effort can completely transform a person's future. Taurus lives by this principle whether they realize it or not. And that is exactly why they continue succeeding year after year. Not because they are always the fastest people in the room, not because they are always the loudest or most attention-grabbing individuals, not because they are simply luckier than everyone else around them, but because they keep showing up when others stop trying. Again and again, they continue putting in the work required for success. Again and again, they choose patience instead of giving up too soon. Again and again, they remain committed when others become distracted. Eventually, consistency begins outperforming natural talent and temporary motivation. Eventually, consistency defeats shortcuts that promise quick but unreliable success. Eventually, consistency becomes the reason Taurus reaches goals others only dream about. Their quiet determination allows them to achieve extraordinary things over time. Their patience turns small efforts into remarkable accomplishments. Their loyalty and commitment help them build a life that lasts. And that consistency is truly Taurus's hidden superpower in life. That is why Taurus remains the silent powerhouse of the zodiac, steady, dependable, and almost impossible to stop. But the story of Taurus does not end with patience, loyalty, and consistency alone. There is another powerful quality that often goes unnoticed by the people around them. Taurus possesses an incredible ability to protect what they value most. Whether it is family, friendships, dreams, or personal goals, they guard them fiercely. They do not take important things for granted. They understand that everything valuable requires care and attention. This protective nature makes Taurus one of the most dependable people to have in your life. When they care about someone, they genuinely want to see that person succeed. They often become a source of encouragement during difficult times. Their support may not always be loud or dramatic, but it is sincere. Taurus believes actions speak louder than words. That is why they often show love through effort rather than grand speeches. They help when help is needed. They listen when someone needs understanding. They stay when others choose to leave. This quiet loyalty creates bonds that can last a lifetime. Another remarkable trait of Taurus is their appreciation for life's simple pleasures. They understand that happiness is not always found in extraordinary moments. Sometimes happiness is found in peace, comfort, and meaningful connections. Taurus knows how to enjoy the present moment without constantly chasing the next thing. This ability helps them maintain balance in a world filled with pressure and distractions. While many people are always searching for more, Taurus often appreciates what they already have. Gratitude becomes one of their hidden strengths. It allows them to remain grounded even when life becomes complicated. Taurus also has a natural talent for creating stability for others. Their presence often makes people feel safe and secure. They bring a sense of calm wherever they go. Even during stressful situations, they often help others stay focused. This is why many people naturally trust Taurus with important responsibilities. They know Taurus will handle things carefully and thoughtfully. Taurus rarely acts without considering the consequences. They prefer making decisions based on logic and experience. This practical mindset helps them avoid many unnecessary mistakes. It also helps them build a strong reputation over time. Reputation is something Taurus values deeply. They understand that trust takes years to build and only moments to lose. Because of this, they usually strive to act with integrity. They want their actions to reflect their values. They want people to know they can be trusted. This commitment to honesty strengthens their relationships and opportunities. Taurus also understands the importance of patience during difficult seasons of life. They know that not every chapter will be easy or rewarding. Some seasons are meant for growth rather than immediate success. Some seasons are meant for learning rather than winning. Taurus accepts this reality better than most people. They continue moving forward even when progress feels slow. They trust the process when others begin losing faith. They believe that consistent effort eventually produces meaningful results. And that belief becomes one of the greatest reasons they succeed. In the end, Taurus teaches us that true power is not about speed, noise, or attention. It is about patience, resilience, loyalty, and the courage to keep going when everyone else stops. Have you ever met someone who notices small details that everyone else completely overlooks without even making an effort to do so? Someone who can quietly enter a room, observe what is happening for a few minutes, someone who can identify mistakes, predict future problems, and find practical solutions long before others even realize there is an issue? If so, chances are you have encountered a Virgo. Among all the zodiac signs, Virgo is often one of the most misunderstood and underestimated personalities in astrology. They rarely seek attention or demand recognition from the people around them. They are not usually interested in becoming the center of every conversation or social gathering. Instead, they prefer allowing their actions, achievements, and results to speak on their behalf. Behind their calm, modest, and often reserved exterior lies an exceptionally sharp and analytical mind. Virgo is frequently described as the hidden mastermind of the zodiac. They possess a remarkable ability to notice what others completely fail to see. They understand situations that many people overlook or fail to appreciate fully. At first glance, Virgo may not appear particularly dramatic, flashy, or extraordinary. They are often quiet, practical, organized, responsible, and focused on their goals. Unlike signs that attract attention through charisma, confidence, or bold personalities, Virgo often prefers remaining in the background. They observe far more than they speak in most situations. They listen carefully before offering their thoughts or opinions. They reveal much less about themselves than many people expect. Because of this naturally reserved nature, people often underestimate their intelligence and awareness. However, while others are busy talking, Virgo is busy analyzing everything around them. While others react emotionally to situations, Virgo quietly gathers facts and information. While others focus on appearances, Virgo focuses on reality and substance. One of Virgo's greatest strengths is their extraordinary attention to detail. Most people naturally focus on the bigger picture and overlook smaller details. Virgo tends to do exactly the opposite. They understand that success and failure are often determined by the smallest details. A tiny mistake today can eventually become a major problem tomorrow. A small clue can reveal an important truth that remains hidden from everyone else. A minor inconsistency can expose a much larger issue beneath the surface. Because Virgo pays attention to details, they frequently notice things that others completely miss. This ability makes Virgo one of the most perceptive signs of the zodiac. They notice subtle changes in people's behavior and attitudes. They recognize recurring patterns in conversations, actions, and relationships. They identify inconsistencies in stories, explanations, and excuses. They detect weaknesses in plans before those weaknesses become serious problems. If something feels wrong, Virgo usually senses it very quickly. They may not immediately share their concerns with others. Instead, they quietly begin analyzing the situation from every possible angle. This is one reason Virgo often predicts problems before they actually happen. They recognize warning signs long before anyone else becomes aware of them. Virgo is ruled by Mercury, the planet traditionally associated with intelligence and communication. Mercury is also connected to learning, analysis, observation, and mental agility. This influence gives Virgo an exceptionally active and alert mind. Their brain is constantly processing information throughout the day. They naturally organize facts, observations, and details in their thoughts. They enjoy finding connections between different pieces of information. Even when they appear calm and relaxed, their mind is still working behind the scenes. They enjoy understanding how systems, processes, and people function. They want to know why things happen the way they do. They are naturally curious about the reasons behind human behavior. Virgo prefers knowledge that serves a practical and meaningful purpose in everyday life. Unlike some signs that rely heavily on instinct or assumptions, Virgo often trusts evidence. They prefer facts over guesses whenever possible. They value logic and reason more than speculation. This does not mean that Virgo lacks intuition. In fact, Virgo's intuition is often surprisingly accurate and dependable. The difference is that their intuition is usually built upon careful observation. They notice countless details that other people never consciously register. Their subconscious mind continuously processes these observations. As a result, they often recognize patterns before anyone else does. This can make it seem as though Virgo simply knows things instinctively. One reason Virgo sees what others miss is because they are patient observers. Many people form opinions quickly based on first impressions. Virgo prefers taking their time before reaching any conclusion. They gather information carefully, patiently, and methodically. They watch how people behave over extended periods of time. They do not judge someone based on a single interaction or experience. This patience allows Virgo to develop a deeper understanding of people. It also helps them understand situations with greater accuracy. People often misunderstand Virgo's tendency to analyze everything. Some assume Virgo is overly critical of others. Others believe Virgo focuses too much on flaws and imperfections. In reality, Virgo analyzes because they genuinely care. They want things to function properly and efficiently. They want people to succeed and reach their full potential. They want problems solved before they become major disasters. Their attention to flaws is usually motivated by improvement. It is rarely motivated by negativity, judgment, or cruelty. Virgo naturally sees potential in people, projects, and situations. They constantly search for ways to improve what already exists. This desire for improvement influences nearly every area of their life. Whether it involves work, health, education, finances, or relationships, Virgo seeks growth. They rarely feel satisfied with doing only the bare minimum. Instead, they strive for excellence whenever circumstances allow. They place great value on efficiency, progress, and personal development. While others may accept something as good enough, Virgo continues searching for better solutions. Because Virgo notices so much, they often become excellent problem solvers. Complicated situations rarely intimidate or overwhelm them. Instead, they break large problems into smaller and more manageable parts. They examine each part carefully and logically before acting. They identify weaknesses within systems, strategies, and plans. They evaluate multiple options before making important decisions. They develop practical solutions based on facts and evidence. Their ability to remain calm under pressure makes them incredibly valuable. While others panic during difficult situations, Virgo begins planning. While others complain about problems, Virgo begins searching for solutions. One of Virgo's most remarkable qualities is their ability to see beyond appearances. Many people become distracted by charm, status, or image. Virgo looks beneath the surface to understand what is truly real. They focus on reality, truth, and substance rather than illusion and appearance. They pay attention to actions rather than promises when evaluating people and situations. They observe consistency over time instead of relying on first impressions. This ability helps Virgo recognize truth even when others are misled by appearances. Because of this skill, Virgo is often very difficult to deceive. They naturally notice contradictions that others ignore. They remember important details long after everyone else has forgotten them. They compare words with actions and look for consistency. If someone's story changes unexpectedly, Virgo notices immediately. If behavior does not match what a person says, Virgo becomes suspicious. Their sharp observation skills make them excellent judges of character. While they may not always share their concerns openly, they rarely ignore them. Relationships are an area where Virgo's hidden mastermind qualities become especially visible. Virgo pays close attention to the little things that make people feel appreciated. They remember details about the people they care about. They notice emotional changes even when those changes are subtle. They often recognize when someone is struggling before that person says anything. Unlike dramatic displays of affection, Virgo expresses love through actions. They show care by helping solve problems and providing support. They offer practical assistance when it is needed most. They help create stability during uncertain times. They take responsibility seriously within relationships. Their love is demonstrated through effort rather than words alone. However, Virgo's intelligence can sometimes create challenges for them. Because they analyze everything, they often struggle with overthinking. Their mind constantly searches for potential problems and risks. They consider possibilities that other people never think about. While this helps them avoid many mistakes, it can also create stress. Virgo often worries about things that may never actually happen. They spend time preparing for every possible outcome. Their desire to be prepared can sometimes become exhausting. Perfectionism is one of Virgo's greatest personal challenges. They hold themselves to extremely high standards. They often expect more from themselves than anyone else expects from them. Even after achieving success, they may focus on what could have been better. Instead of celebrating accomplishments, they often notice unfinished details. Their pursuit of improvement can be both a strength and a burden. It motivates them to achieve excellence. At the same time, it can prevent them from appreciating their progress. Virgo often feels there is always room for improvement. This mindset pushes them forward but can also create pressure. Learning to appreciate achievements is an important lesson for Virgo. They must learn that perfection is not required for success. Growth is often more important than flawless performance. Progress deserves recognition even when everything is not perfect. Another reason Virgo sees what others miss is their understanding of human behavior. They carefully study how people think and act. They notice habits that reveal deeper personality traits. They observe routines that explain patterns of behavior. They pay attention to motivations, strengths, and weaknesses. Over time, these observations develop into remarkable insight. Virgo is often the person friends turn to when they need thoughtful advice. People trust Virgo because they offer balanced and practical perspectives. They do not simply tell others what they want to hear. Instead, they analyze situations honestly and carefully. Their guidance is often valuable because it combines logic and concern. They genuinely want to help people make better decisions. Virgo prefers solving problems rather than creating unnecessary drama. Their advice is usually grounded in reality and experience. In professional settings, Virgo's mastermind qualities become even more apparent. They excel in careers that require organization and precision. Their attention to detail makes them highly reliable employees and leaders. They perform well in environments that require analysis and planning. Healthcare is one field where Virgo's skills are especially valuable. Education also benefits from Virgo's patience and organization. Research allows them to use their analytical abilities effectively. Business environments often appreciate Virgo's reliability and efficiency. Technology careers benefit from their problem-solving mindset. Finance rewards their careful attention to accuracy and detail. Management positions often suit Virgo's organizational strengths. Whatever career they choose, Virgo usually brings excellence to it. Employers often trust Virgo because tasks are completed thoroughly. Colleagues appreciate their consistency and dependability. Virgo takes pride in doing things correctly rather than quickly. Despite these strengths, Virgo rarely seeks recognition. Unlike signs that enjoy public praise, Virgo often prefers quiet achievement. They find satisfaction in knowing a job was done well. Competence matters more to them than applause. Their humility is one reason people often underestimate them. They do not advertise their intelligence to gain admiration. They do not feel a strong need to prove themselves. As Virgo matures, they begin learning one of life's most important lessons. They realize that perfection is impossible to achieve permanently. While improvement remains valuable, constant self-criticism becomes exhausting. Mature Virgos learn to balance excellence with self-compassion. They understand that mistakes are a natural part of growth. They begin focusing more on progress than perfection. They learn to appreciate their accomplishments instead of dismissing them. They become kinder to themselves when things go wrong. This balance allows Virgo to reach their full potential. Their intelligence remains sharp without becoming overwhelming. They continue seeking improvement while enjoying their successes. They develop greater confidence in their abilities. They learn to trust their judgment and instincts. They recognize the value they bring to the world. This maturity transforms Virgo into an even stronger individual. Their analytical abilities become more effective when paired with self-confidence. They stop viewing every mistake as a failure. Instead, they see mistakes as opportunities to learn. This perspective creates wisdom in addition to intelligence. It allows Virgo to grow without becoming trapped by perfectionism. The hidden mastermind quality of Virgo comes from a unique combination of traits. These traits include observation, intelligence, patience, and practicality. Few people possess all of these qualities in equal measure. Virgo naturally combines them into a powerful way of thinking. While others focus on what is obvious, Virgo notices what is hidden. While others rush toward conclusions, Virgo gathers information first. While others react emotionally, Virgo prefers calm analysis. This combination creates insight that very few people possess. The truth is that Virgo's greatest strength is not intelligence alone. Many people are intelligent in different ways. Virgo's true gift is awareness. They notice details that others completely overlook. They recognize patterns that remain invisible to most people. They identify possibilities before anyone else considers them. They understand that success often depends on small details. They know that little improvements can create major results. They recognize that truth is often hidden beneath appearances. They understand that careful observation reveals important answers. Their awareness helps them navigate life with wisdom and precision. Virgo rarely makes decisions without thoughtful consideration. They prefer understanding a situation completely before acting. This patience often protects them from unnecessary mistakes. It also helps them make better long-term decisions. So the next time you meet a Virgo, pay close attention. Do not mistake their quiet nature for weakness. Do not confuse their modesty with a lack of confidence. Do not assume that silence means a lack of intelligence. Behind their calm exterior is a powerful analytical mind. Their mind is constantly observing and processing information. They are always learning from the world around them. While others become distracted by noise and appearances, Virgo stays focused. They concentrate on what truly matters. They search for facts rather than assumptions. They value understanding more than attention. This is why Virgo is often called the hidden mastermind of the zodiac. They do not need attention to prove their brilliance. They do not need applause to confirm their value. Their confidence comes from competence rather than recognition. They quietly solve problems that many people never even notice. They improve systems, relationships, and situations behind the scenes. They help others succeed through their knowledge and support. Their intelligence is practical, useful, and highly effective. Their insight allows them to see opportunities where others see obstacles. Their patience helps them uncover truths that remain hidden from others. Their discipline allows them to achieve goals consistently. Their awareness gives them an advantage in nearly every area of life. These qualities make Virgo one of the most intelligent signs in the zodiac. They are also among the most insightful, observant, and reliable personalities. The world often overlooks their brilliance because they rarely seek attention. Yet their ability to see what others miss is exactly what makes Virgo one of the most fascinating signs in the entire zodiac. Have you ever met someone who seems destined for success, no matter how many obstacles appear in their path? Someone who keeps moving forward while others give up, complain, or become distracted by temporary setbacks? Someone whose determination feels almost impossible to break regardless of how difficult life becomes? If so, chances are you have encountered a Capricorn. Among all the zodiac signs, Capricorn is often known as the builder, the strategist, and the ultimate achiever. They possess a reputation for discipline, ambition, patience, and extraordinary ability to turn dreams into reality. While some people chase success through luck or shortcuts, Capricorn prefers a different approach. They believe true success is earned through effort, consistency, and long-term commitment. This mindset is one of the reasons they often rise higher than people expect. Many individuals underestimate Capricorn because their progress is usually slow and steady rather than dramatic. They are not always the loudest people in the room. They are not always the most attention-seeking personalities. They rarely feel the need to constantly announce their goals or achievements. Instead, they focus on the work that produces results. Capricorn understands that success is built one step at a time. They know that strong foundations create lasting accomplishments. This practical understanding gives them an advantage over many people. Capricorn is represented by the mountain goat, a symbol filled with powerful meaning. The mountain goat climbs difficult terrain that many other animals would avoid. It moves carefully, steadily, and patiently toward higher ground. This perfectly reflects Capricorn's approach to life. They are willing to take the difficult path if it leads to meaningful rewards. They understand that worthwhile goals often require sacrifice and perseverance. While others become discouraged by challenges, Capricorn views them as part of the journey. They rarely expect success to come easily. Instead, they prepare themselves for the effort required to achieve it. From a young age, many Capricorns display a strong sense of responsibility. They often seem more mature than their peers. Even as children, they may take obligations seriously. They understand the importance of reliability and accountability. People often trust Capricorn because they consistently follow through on commitments. Their words and actions usually align with each other. This reliability becomes one of their greatest strengths throughout life. Another reason Capricorn succeeds is their exceptional self-discipline. Most people struggle to stay focused when motivation disappears. Capricorn understands that motivation is temporary. Discipline is what keeps progress moving forward. They continue working even when they do not feel inspired. They continue showing up even when results are not immediate. This consistency allows them to achieve goals that others abandon halfway. Capricorn is willing to sacrifice short-term comfort for long-term success. They understand that today's effort creates tomorrow's rewards. While others seek instant gratification, Capricorn often thinks years ahead. They are planners by nature. They enjoy creating strategies and following structured paths toward achievement. Their patience allows them to remain committed for long periods. They understand that great accomplishments rarely happen overnight. Success in Capricorn's eyes is a process rather than an event. This perspective gives them remarkable endurance. And that endurance is one of the reasons Capricorns so often reach the top. Another reason Capricorn consistently succeeds is their remarkable ability to remain focused on long-term goals. While many people become distracted by temporary pleasures and short-term rewards, Capricorn keeps their eyes on the bigger picture. They understand that meaningful achievements often require years of patience, effort, and persistence. This long-term mindset allows them to make decisions that support future success rather than immediate satisfaction. Capricorn rarely allows emotions to completely control important choices. They prefer logic, planning, and practical thinking when making major decisions. This approach helps them avoid many mistakes that others make through impulsive behavior. They carefully evaluate risks before taking action. They think about consequences before making commitments. This thoughtful decision-making process contributes greatly to their success. Capricorn is also known for their exceptional work ethic. Few signs are willing to work as consistently and diligently as Capricorn. They understand that talent alone is rarely enough to achieve greatness. Hard work remains one of the most reliable paths to success. Capricorn is willing to put in effort long after others become tired. They often continue working quietly while everyone else is resting or celebrating. This dedication allows them to build impressive results over time. People sometimes mistake Capricorn's seriousness for a lack of passion. In reality, they are often deeply passionate about their goals and ambitions. They simply prefer showing commitment through actions rather than words. Capricorn believes results speak louder than promises. This practical attitude earns respect from people who value reliability and competence. Another strength that helps Capricorn reach the top is their resilience. Life inevitably presents setbacks, disappointments, and unexpected challenges. Many people become discouraged when things do not go according to plan. Capricorn reacts differently. They view obstacles as problems to solve rather than reasons to quit. Every challenge becomes an opportunity to learn and improve. Every setback becomes valuable experience for future success. This ability to recover quickly gives Capricorn a significant advantage. Failure rarely stops them permanently. Instead, failure often motivates them to work even harder. Capricorn understands that success and failure are both part of the same journey. They know that every accomplished person has faced difficulties along the way. Because of this understanding, they rarely allow temporary defeats to define them. They remain committed to their goals regardless of setbacks. Capricorn also possesses a strong sense of responsibility. They take commitments seriously and rarely make promises they cannot keep. Whether in personal relationships or professional environments, they strive to be dependable. This reliability often leads others to trust them with important responsibilities. Employers, friends, and family members frequently see Capricorn as someone they can count on. Trust creates opportunities, and opportunities often lead to success. Capricorn understands this connection better than most people. They know that reputation is built through consistent behavior over time. This awareness motivates them to maintain high standards. They take pride in doing things correctly rather than taking shortcuts. Their commitment to quality helps them stand out from the crowd. Over time, these small acts of discipline and responsibility create extraordinary results. This steady accumulation of progress becomes one of Capricorn's greatest advantages. And it is one of the key reasons they continue climbing higher while others lose momentum along the way. Another powerful quality that helps Capricorn succeed is their extraordinary patience when pursuing important goals and ambitions. While many people become frustrated when results take longer than expected, Capricorn understands that worthwhile achievements require time. They are willing to invest months or even years into building something meaningful and lasting. This patience gives them an advantage in situations where others lose motivation and abandon their plans. Capricorn understands that true success is rarely created through shortcuts or quick fixes. Instead, it is built through consistent effort repeated over long periods of time. Their ability to delay gratification allows them to stay focused on what truly matters. They are willing to sacrifice temporary comfort in order to secure a better future. This mindset often separates them from people who focus only on immediate rewards. Capricorn's ambition is another major factor behind their success. They are naturally driven to improve themselves and achieve meaningful accomplishments. However, their ambition is usually quiet rather than dramatic or attention-seeking. They do not always feel the need to announce every goal they are pursuing. Instead, they prefer working quietly until results speak for themselves. This silent determination often surprises people who underestimate them. Many individuals fail to recognize Capricorn's potential until they have already achieved impressive success. Capricorn is not interested in looking successful. They are interested in becoming successful through genuine effort and achievement. Their ambition is rooted in purpose rather than ego. They want to create stability, security, and long-term success for themselves and those they care about. Another reason Capricorn reaches the top is their ability to remain calm under pressure. Difficult situations often cause panic and confusion for many people. Capricorn tends to respond with practicality and focus. They prefer finding solutions rather than dwelling on problems. Their logical mindset helps them make effective decisions during challenging circumstances. While others may become overwhelmed emotionally, Capricorn often remains composed. This calmness allows them to think clearly when it matters most. People naturally trust leaders who remain steady during difficult times. Capricorn frequently earns respect because of this quality. Their ability to stay grounded makes them valuable in both personal and professional environments. Capricorn also possesses exceptional organizational skills. They enjoy creating plans, systems, and structures that improve efficiency. They understand that success becomes easier when goals are approached strategically. Rather than relying on luck, they prefer relying on preparation. Careful planning helps them avoid unnecessary mistakes and setbacks. They often think several steps ahead before taking action. This foresight allows them to identify opportunities and challenges before others notice them. Capricorn's practical nature helps them remain realistic about what is required for success. They rarely expect achievements to happen without effort. They know that every accomplishment comes with responsibilities and sacrifices. This realistic perspective helps them stay committed when progress feels slow. They are less likely to become discouraged by temporary difficulties. Capricorn understands that persistence often matters more than speed. Slow progress is still progress in their eyes. As long as they continue moving forward, they remain confident in their eventual success. Their willingness to keep going when others stop becomes one of their greatest advantages. Every small step contributes to a larger goal. Every challenge teaches an important lesson. Every setback strengthens their determination. And this combination of patience, ambition, discipline, and resilience is what makes Capricorn one of the most successful signs in the zodiac. Despite their reputation for being serious and focused, Capricorn possesses a deeply caring side that many people never fully see. They may not always express emotions openly, but they often show love through actions rather than words. Capricorn believes that loyalty, reliability, and support are stronger demonstrations of care than empty promises. They often work hard not only for themselves but also for the people they love. Providing security and stability for others gives Capricorn a strong sense of purpose. This protective nature makes them dependable friends, partners, and family members. Another reason Capricorn often reaches the top is because they value responsibility more than convenience. When faced with difficult choices, they usually do what is necessary rather than what is easy. This willingness to accept responsibility builds character and strengthens their reputation. People respect individuals who consistently do what they say they will do. Capricorn understands that trust is earned through actions repeated over time. Because of this, they take their commitments seriously and rarely abandon important obligations. Their sense of duty often becomes one of the foundations of their success. Capricorn is also highly realistic about life and its challenges. They understand that obstacles are unavoidable and that every worthwhile goal requires effort. Rather than complaining about difficulties, they focus on overcoming them. Their practical mindset helps them remain productive even during stressful situations. While others may waste energy worrying about problems, Capricorn focuses on finding solutions. This problem-solving ability helps them move forward when others become stuck. Another hidden strength of Capricorn is their ability to learn from experience. They pay close attention to mistakes and use them as opportunities for improvement. Failure rarely destroys Capricorn's confidence because they view it as part of the learning process. Every setback provides valuable information about what works and what does not. This mindset helps them grow stronger and wiser with each challenge they face. Over time, these lessons accumulate into powerful knowledge and experience. Capricorn understands that wisdom often comes from persistence rather than perfection. They do not expect themselves to succeed immediately. They simply expect themselves to keep trying until they succeed. This determination allows them to accomplish goals that seem impossible to others. Another reason Capricorn excels is their ability to remain focused while others become distracted. Modern life is filled with endless distractions competing for attention. Many people struggle to maintain concentration on long-term objectives. Capricorn naturally prioritizes what matters most. They are willing to ignore temporary distractions in order to stay aligned with their goals. This focus allows them to make steady progress while others constantly change direction. Their consistency becomes a powerful advantage over time. Small efforts repeated every day eventually create extraordinary achievements. Capricorn understands this principle better than most people. They know that greatness is often the result of thousands of disciplined decisions made over many years. This understanding keeps them committed even when progress appears slow. As Capricorn matures, they begin to realize that success is not measured only by money, status, or recognition. They learn that true success also includes personal growth, meaningful relationships, and inner fulfillment. This realization helps them become more balanced and emotionally wise. They continue pursuing achievement, but they gain a deeper appreciation for life's other rewards. Their ambition becomes guided not only by goals, but also by purpose and meaning. This maturity transforms Capricorn into an exceptionally strong and respected individual. They become leaders who inspire through example rather than through words alone. They prove that patience, discipline, responsibility, and perseverance can overcome almost any obstacle. And that is why Capricorn continues climbing long after others have stopped trying. Because while many people dream about reaching the top, Capricorn quietly does the work required to get there.